A $100 battery and a 10-minute wrench job now costs $500 and a half day at the dealership. Nothing about the battery changed. The chemistry is the same. The terminals are the same. The only thing that changed is that someone put a password between you and the part. It is the most profitable engineering decision in automotive history, and it cost the manufacturer nothing to implement. Today, I am going to show you the specific software system that turned a battery swap into a dealer-only service call. The exact dollar amount the industry extracts every year from a repair that used to be free, and the one component hiding on your negative battery cable right now that proves your car was designed to lock you out of a consumable part. But here is what connects this to something much bigger. The battery was patient zero. It was the first consumable part the industry locked behind dealer software. It proved that consumers would pay for digital permission on a part they used to install for free. And now, the same system is spreading to brake pads, windshields, and tire sensors. I will show you the full parts pairing map before we are done. The system is called Battery Management System, and the industry will tell you it exists to protect your charging system. That is the alibi. Modern vehicles with start-stop technology, regenerative braking, and high electrical loads need to manage battery charging precisely. The BMS monitors the battery's age, charge cycles, internal resistance, and state of health. It adjusts how much voltage the alternator sends based on that data. A fresh battery can accept a full 14.8-volt charge. An old battery with high internal resistance needs less, or it overheats and dies. Here is the part they hope you never think about. The BMS already has sensors on the battery cable that measure voltage, current flow, and temperature in real time. The system can detect a sudden change in internal resistance. It can detect a reset in charge cycle data. It can detect that the battery sitting in the tray right now is not the same battery that was there yesterday. The car already knows. It could register the new battery automatically. The way your phone adapts to a replacement battery without a trip to the Apple Store. The way a laptop recalibrates its power management the moment you swap the cell. The sensors exist. The data exists. The capability exists. They chose not to automate it. That choice is worth billions. When you install a new battery without the dealer registration, the computer continues using the charging profile of the old, degraded battery. On some vehicles, it overcharges the new battery because the algorithm was compensating for the old one's declining capacity. The new battery swells, gasses, and dies in 6 to 18 months instead of 5 to 7 years. On others, it undercharges, and the battery never reaches full capacity. Either way, it is a death sentence for the cell. And when it dies early, you go back to the dealer, buy another battery, pay another registration fee, and the cycle starts again. But killing your new battery is just the entry fee. The real heist is happening inside the software wall that just put your local mechanic out of business. I will show you the handshake fee in 60 seconds. A battery registration at a dealership costs $150 to $300 in diagnostic time. The service advisor walks to the bay with a tablet, plugs it into the port under your dashboard, selects the battery type from a drop-down menu, clicks register, and walks away. 10 minutes of labor, $200 for a password. The battery you already installed is now permitted to receive a correct charge. Nothing was repaired, nothing was adjusted. The computer was simply told what it already knew. And your independent mechanic cannot do this for you. To register a battery on a BMW, the shop needs the ISTA diagnostic platform. On a Mercedes, XENTRY. On a Volkswagen or Audi, ODIS. Each platform is brand-specific. Each costs $5,000 to $12,000 per year. A multi-brand independent shop would need $30,000 to $50,000 annually in software subscriptions just to tell a computer that a battery has been replaced. Your mechanic can install the battery in 12 minutes, but without the software handshake, the car rejects it. The part works. The computer says no. That is not a safety feature. That is a toll booth on a consumable. And now, the math. 17 million new cars sold in the US every year. Average battery life, 4 to 5 years. That is 3 to 4 million battery replacements per year that now require a dealer visit. $200 per visit. That is $600 million to $800 million per year for a drop-down menu and a click. No new part manufactured. No new technology invented. No new skill required. $800 million for withholding a feature. But the battery is not the end. It is the beginning. Parts pairing is now spreading to every serviceable component on the car. Brake pads on some vehicles require electronic parking brake calibration that only dealer software can perform. Windshield replacements on vehicles with forward-facing cameras require ADAS recalibration locked behind the same diagnostic platforms. Tire pressure sensors require relearning procedures that block aftermarket tools. The battery proved the model works. The model is now the standard. Every part they lock behind software is a part you can no longer replace yourself. Every part you cannot replace is a trip to the dealer. Every trip to the dealer is a chance to sell you a service plan, a fluid flush, a cabin filter, and a conversation about trading in for a new model. The battery registration is not a repair. It is a customer acquisition funnel disguised as maintenance. Go to your car right now, open the hood, look at the negative battery cable. If you see a small plastic sensor clamped to the cable near the terminal, that is the IBS, the Intelligent Battery Sensor. That is the digital leash. It is the component that feeds the BMS the data it uses to justify the registration requirement. If your car has one, you are in the system. Drop your make, model, and year in the comments so we can map how far the lockout has spread. There is one partial workaround. Aftermarket diagnostic tools from Foxwell, Autel, and Launch now offer battery registration for specific makes and models. A unit that covers multiple brands costs $150 to $500. It will not cover every vehicle. It will not always support the latest model year, and the manufacturers are actively working to block third-party access through encrypted protocols and rolling security codes. But if you own an affected vehicle, a $200 scanner that handles registration will pay for itself on the first use. It is the closest thing to reclaiming the 10-minute battery swap. The battery has not changed. The terminals have not changed. The chemistry has not changed. The only thing standing between you and a part that sits under your hood in plain sight is a line of code that the car could execute on its own if the manufacturer allowed it. Stop paying for permission. Stop accepting the alibi. Stop trusting that a software gate on a consumable part is protecting you. It is not protecting you. It is billing you. The battery is yours. The car is yours. The wrench is yours. Own them like it. If this changed how you think about car ownership, subscribe, because the next video covers the 5 vehicles still being sold that let you replace every wear part without a single line of dealer code. Mechanics call them the last generation you will ever fully own. The supply is shrinking fast.